Ever wondered what keeps a place like Iceland, sitting on the edge of the Arctic Circle, from being a frozen wasteland? The secret isn't geothermal heat, but a massive ocean current. A giant conveyor belt of warm water called the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, or AMOC. This system pulls warm water from the tropics up to the North Atlantic, giving Iceland and much of Northern Europe a surprisingly mild climate. Without it, Iceland would be much, much colder and stormier. Now, what if I told you this vital current is in danger? Scientists are increasingly worried that climate change is pushing the AMOC towards a tipping point, a complete collapse. This isn't just some distant sci-fi scenario. The thought of it terrifies climate scientists more than almost any other potential impact, and the evidence is mounting. Rising global temperatures are messing with the delicate balance of heat and salt that drives this current, causing it to slow down. Some studies even suggest a collapse could happen within this century. Imagine what that would mean. It would trigger catastrophic climate shifts across the globe. Sea levels would rise dramatically along the coasts of the US and Europe. Monsoon seasons, which billions of people in Asia and Africa depend on for agriculture, would be thrown into chaos. And for Northern Europe, it would mean a brutal, deep freeze. Think sea ice creeping as far south as the United Kingdom. It would be like a real-life day after tomorrow scenario. For Iceland, this isn't just a climate issue, it's an existential threat. The country's environment minister, Johan Pell Johansson, has been very clear about this. A collapse of the AMOC would devastate their economy, their infrastructure, and their entire way of life. The fishing industry, a cornerstone of their economy, would be crippled. The country could find itself surrounded by sea ice, cut off and isolated. This is why Iceland's government has taken a groundbreaking and frankly, quite alarming step. They have officially designated the potential collapse of the AMOC as a national security threat. This is the first time a climate impact has been given this level of importance in the country. It's not just a scientific paper on a shelf anymore. It's being handled by their National Security Council. This designation means a full-scale, coordinated government response is now underway. They're mobilizing to understand the threat, figure out how to prepare for the worst, and what, if anything, can be done to mitigate the consequences. As Minister Johansson put it, this is not just a scientific concern, it's a matter of national survival and security. Leading scientists are commending Iceland's proactive stance. Stefan Romsdorf, a top oceanographer who has studied the AMOC for years, says other countries need to wake up and do the same. Because if this current collapses, the impacts will ripple across the entire planet. We're talking about global food supplies being threatened, with destroyed crops and catastrophic flooding becoming the new normal in many regions. Iceland's decision highlights a stark reality. We re-entering an era where climate change isn't just about warmer summers or stronger storms. It's about fundamental system-level changes to our planet that could make parts of it unlivable. It forces us to confront the possibility that our climate could change so drastically and so quickly that adaptation becomes impossible. This isn't meant to be fear-mongering, but a wake-up call. Iceland is on the front lines, staring down a threat that could unravel their entire society. Their response is a signal to the rest of the world that the time for debating and delaying is over. The stakes are higher than we ever imagined. What do you think? Is your country prepared for this kind of climate shock? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you found this informative, please consider subscribing for more deep dives into the critical issues shaping our world.